So yeah, my good people, welcome to a market breakdown session with me, where we are going to be trading or even analyzing gold together. The main objective of this session is for us to actually establish a progressive way that can help you guys to profit within the market and see price differently, right? So I'm going to be using sort of different types of skills so that I can accommodate everyone here. But before we start with today's session, I have some bad news for you guys. So on the 31st, we are going to be doing a company shutdown, meaning that we won't be taking anyone for the mentorship program or anything, right? All the guys that I'm working with at the moment, since well, I offer a 1 year mentorship program. By the end of the year, which is December, their time with me will be coming to an end, right? So, which means if you want to be part of the Red Print, make sure that you join the Red Print movement before the end of this month, right? By 31st. So, I have launched a clearance sale where, for those of you guys that would like to be part of the movement, they can easily get the program. And, so let me just explain it to you guys real quick. So, these are the things that you're going to be, getting in the Red Print, program. As you guys can see that already we have less than 10 seats remaining, right? So the main objective of this group is for me to build you as a trader to become a profitable one, right? So which means that okay, you'll be getting a program where you have the psychological mentorship, the risk management mentorship, the scaling mentorship, the trading skill mentorship, and how to build a progressive system. There's a progressive system for you already, but if you're an individual that is trading and that one doesn't go with you, you get the program where you as an individual get to actually work on your trading solution. And then another thing that is very important, like I said, is $65 for those that would like to be part of the program. So if you have a psychological problem, trading skill problem, if you're still caring about emotions and other things, just know that this program is the right program for you, right? And then we also have a trading room. So this is like all in one, right? So you're gonna be in the trading room, and then you're also gonna be in the Discord. You are also gonna be having access to having one-on-one classes with me, right? And then you can see with some of the clients' reviews here that I came, someone says that okay, it's the best cost, valued the amount of capital, inside information, and everything I needed as a trader, right? Like I said, this thing is a solution. It's not a trading strategy. It's a solution. So whenever I build this thing, I built it so that I can solve your problem, right? I had the pleasure of taking Dumelo's course, and you can see very first session, everything was quite good, right? If you go through, even if you go to the 1 star one, right? You can hear what this guy is saying here. He says, I did not have any knowledge of trading, to be honest, trading the course or say, red print. My good people, my mentor always uses in the videos, give us hope in our trading group and everything, right? You can see that, okay, my main objective for this guys is to help them become profitable traders, right? You can see here that, okay, everyone is speaking about the organized information that I offer everyone. So if you're an individual that is serious about scaling their trading journey in 2026, make sure that you get yourself this thing. The link is just right there in the description section. And let's disembark with this session. Um, Okay, so what is it that we can see at the moment on gold? So gold has been quite bullish for the past few months, actually, right? And like I said, I like us to start analyzing from what, firstly, understanding the trend that you're in, and then we then go to what the wave that we're currently in, and then we then scale down to focus more on what the internal waves, right? We want to understand the internal waves because the bigger time frame one are the externals, right? And then we scale down to a smaller time frame to look for um, our key levels, right? So the minute we know the internal waves, it's gonna be simple for us to actually understand what our key levels are, right? So what is it that we can see? We see that, okay, gold has been bullish. We had a major impulse, major correction, major impulsive structure, major correctional movement, major impulse, which means we're anticipating is a major correctional and then a major impulsive to the upside, right? So this thing has been happening for quite a while, as you guys can see. Major impulse, major correction, major impulse, major correction, major impulse, major correction, major impulse, major correction, right? So this is something that has been happening on price, right? So now what is it that we can see? Let me just give you guys an example of what is it that I was saying, right? So the minute we actually establish the type of wave that we are in on an overall structure, it becomes a bit simple for us to actually understand what price is most likely to do next, right? It becomes a bit simple for us to establish what price is most likely to do next, right? So as you guys can see that, okay, price use this support level here or your demand area here, right? So let's just call this thing a support level. So price use this support level. Price use this support level here as a key level, right? To actually do what? Shift the structure of price from a major correctional structure to a strong impulsive structure to come and eliminate this high. So with this being said, what does this mean in general? This means that the minute we tap into that zone, price will be then shifting from what? From a major correctional structure to a major impulsive structure. But like I said, inside the major, there will be internal. Internal meaning that price on a smaller time frame will be moving like this until it does what? It breaks this major zone here, right? If you check, if we scale down to a 4-hour time frame, right? If you scale down to a 4-hour time frame, you can see already that, okay, we've tapped into the demand area, and then already we have what? An impulsive structure, correctional structure, impulsive structure, correctional structure, impulsive structure, correctional structure, impulsive structure, correctional structure. Then you're going to have an impulsive structure resting somewhere there, right? So like I said, your main objective is to understand that, okay, the minute there's a correctional structure happening within price, right? When price is done correcting, it will then give you an impulsive structure. So your goal is to do what? Is to buy this low here. So there might be a key level resting on the left-hand side that you can use. Maybe let's say you're going to use a support level, or you're going to use whatever that you're going to use, right? With a confirmation also. For those that want to use price patterns, right? Meaning that you're going to look for a double bottom, you're going to look for an inverse head and shoulder, you're going to look for I don't know what you guys call this thing, a channel or a wedge or whatever. And then for the SMC guys, you know that you're going to wait for a shift in price structure, right? And then your order block, and then a push to the upside. For the supply and demand traders, already you know that, okay, you're going to look for your institutional funded candle here. Tap into that zone and then push to the upside. So I think we all can see that everything is just aligning. You find a way of buying that low, and then your target would be what? Your target would be possibly this high here, right? Would possibly be this high here. So which means if we bought this zone here like this, and then we have our stop loss resting somewhere, let's say around this zone here, our target would be that level there. Or we can easily target this what do you call this thing? This resistant area, right? So price does what? Impulses to the upside, right? Until it does what? Until it actually hits our target, right? But then you can also see that, okay, after breaking this high here, what do you have? Another correctional structure. So which means you have impulse, correction, then you have another impulse here. Like I said, for the guys that are trading not supply and demand, yeah, support and resistance, you can see that, okay, this is your support level here. You can go again long at this level here, and because it's the discounted support area, right, which means your take profit will still be around the same zone. So which means this becomes 1:32, this becomes 1:9, right? So the minute price hits that level, we are most likely to see what? Since we have a major impulse, which means we're expecting what? A major correction and then a major impulsive movement afterwards, right? So also inside this major impulse here, right? Inside this major correction, price won't just shoot to the downside. It's going to create those small movements going to the area that is going to. And when it's going back up, it's going to create the same thing also. As you guys can see that, okay, the guys that are trading support and resistance, like I said, this resistance here acts as a key level, right? It acts as a key level. Like I said, what trend are we in? We are on an uptrend. What wave are we in as an external? We are on an impulsive wave as an external, because price started from this zone, it's targeting this zone here. But what wave are we in as an internal? Meaning that we are correcting to the downside or an internal. After a correction, we're expecting what? An impulsive movement to the upside, right? As you guys can see that, okay, price keeps on creating the same thing that I'm telling you guys about. Impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, correction, and then impulse. So which means from there, price will be then shifting the structure from a correctional structure as an internal towards to an internal impulse also, right? So from there, what is it that you can see? Price gives us what? That strong impulsive movement to the upside. If you check, where is our key level also? We have a key level resting here. Our key level is what? Is our demand area, which is the zone here, with our stop loss resting somewhere here, right? With our stop loss resting somewhere here. The support guys, they're going to use the support area like this, having the stop loss resting somewhere there. So we have two opportunities. We are all targeting that high resting there, right? We are all targeting that high resting around that level. So as you guys can see that, okay, price does what? It pushes up. But also, like I said, within this impulsive internal structure, price keeps on creating internal impulsive and correctional structure. Impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, until we eventually do what? Break this thing. So don't be fooled by anyone. Personally, I think price moves from an impulsive and correctional structures, meaning that it moves in a form of waves. Right from there, we can see that okay, price rushes to the upside to go tap into to go break our major zone. As you guys can see that okay, we eventually do what? Hit our major take profit, meaning that we had an entry here, another entry here, another entry here, another entry at this level here, right? So that's how price moves, right? And then from there, moving down to the recent price structure, right? Moving down to the recent price structure. What is it that we can see? Is price created something most likely to be the same with this one. After breaking this major high here, what exactly do we see?
So yeah, good people. Quick reminder again, do not forget that the red print trading solution is finally coming to an end. So we only have 7 seats remaining. If you are a serious trader who's looking forward to scaling their trading journey, learn how to build trading plans, trading journals, go through a self-evaluation process, have a mentor that can invest their time in helping you become a profitable trader, this is the right program for you for 2026. And like I said, after these 10 individuals, I won't be taking any individual afterwards. I'm looking forward to working with some of you guys. It's only $65. And yeah, let's get back into the video.
What we see in price is we break the major high, we get internal retracement, and then which means you're going to have what? An impulsive structure afterwards. So which means this is the minute price breaks this high, my good people, that's the end of this impulsive structure, meaning that what we're expecting is a correctional structure. Hence why you see price correcting big to the downside. We get that correctional structure. I always tell my students that the best way for you to trade, it's not by focusing on these cell structures here. It's for you to focus on the wave that takes the overall direction of the market, which is the impulsive one. Price breaks the zone. This high here, this means that okay, we are most likely to become bullish afterwards, right? To continue breaking all these highs. Like I said, this side is good for you to trade, but the problem is nobody knows when price is going to crash. But majority knows that the minute we are done correcting, price is most likely to impulse to the upside to come and eliminate the zone here, which means the goal from now on is to do what? Is to look for opportunities on this internal correctional structures here until internal end of correction, which means the introduction of impulsive structure until we break this zone resting somewhere there, right? So as you guys can see, the correction happens. So normally, I had an entry like this. If you've been following me, I had an entry somewhere around the zone here, right? And then we get that internal push, creating a fake change of character here, right? And then which means we're anticipating an impulsive structure to come and eliminate the zone here, right? So for those that are using pure supply and demand, you know that okay, this is your entry model. So this is where you would want to look for your buying opportunities from. You buy from this level here, stop loss resting somewhere here, take profit resting somewhere around that level, right? And then from there, price does what? It impulses, gives you a correctional structure, impulse, correct, impulse, correct, impulse, correct, impulse, right? As you can see that, okay, we have what? That small correctional structure there. And then we have another impulsive structure until you do what? We break all these things. So, like I said, your main goal as a trader is not to confuse yourself, is to understand what wave are you in so that you can understand where are you going afterwards. We react of what? This resistant area here, causing price to create a correctional structure, right? On the previous analysis, I was looking forward to seeing price taking this low out here, which it didn't, unfortunately, meaning that if I took this entry point here, my entry level was going to be something like this, right? I was going to have my entry level something like this. If I didn't use this zone here as my area of interest, right? I was going to buy from this zone here, have my stop loss resting somewhere here, and then my take profit definitely being this zone here because I'm buying the low of this correctional structure here. So this was just going to be an easy 1:5 setup. So what is it that price is currently doing at the moment? It broke this high here, right? So which means we're anticipating what? We're anticipating a correctional structure afterwards, right? We're anticipating a correctional structure afterwards. As you guys can see, we had an impulse here, so which means this was our correction, hence why we had an impulse. So on Friday, the drop on gold was created because of there's a correctional structure that had to be formulated. Now, this means that, okay, we are going to look for those impulsive structure until we see an internal correction, which means if you scale down to possibly 1 day time frame, right, price is still bullish. And then if you go back to your maybe let's say 1 hour time frame, let's see what price is currently doing at the moment, right? Price is currently on a correctional structure, right? So which means you're looking for a strong impulsive movement to the upside to go and eliminate the all-time high that price created somewhere here. Right. So this is what we are anticipating on price. So we are most likely to see price buying from this zone here. So just stop loss somewhere around this zone. And then let's look for what do you call this thing? They call them rounded numbers. They call them psychological level, something like that. So price is most likely to stop there, giving you a 1:5 setup. Right. So for gold, this is what I currently have. It's personally, I wouldn't advise anyone to take any like premium zone entries, right? Or all-time high setups because you don't know when price is gonna crash and you don't know when price is gonna become bullish. But other than that, if you are confident with your setups, then I'd tell you that okay, go for your trades. But if not, wait for price to give you the correct structure and then take all the necessary opportunities that you need to take. And yeah, for this video, we are quite done. And yeah, all I'm expecting on gold, truth be told, is just that push to the upside and then a massive retracement to come take this low out, then that impulsive structure to the upside afterwards. But without wasting any of your time, hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to learn more about trading, you want to scale up your trading life, you want to become a professional trader, learn how to pass problems, learn how to flip accounts, learn how to grow accounts, the right print trading solution is the right place for you to trade. And wishing you guys nothing but a profitable trading journey. And yeah, happy trading. And I'm looking forward to working with some of you guys. This is only for serious traders. If you're someone who's serious, who's tired of blowing accounts, come to the right solution. And goodbye.